I'd like to call the Department of Public Works meeting to order. Please join me in a pledge to the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fanton.
Here.
Mr. Demick.
Here.
Mr. Barnes.
Present.
Mr. Curran.
Here.
Mr. Healy.
Here.
Mr. Stockin. Here. And Mr. Harris. 6 present.
Thank you. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes of March 5th of 2025, please?
Healy moves. Healy will
Thank you.
second.
Thank you. Additions or corrections? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. Okay, Tom Windus, please, from the Highway Department, DPW.
Thank you, sir. First thing on there is just capital updates, so I just have a few capital updates. I sent around, or gave everybody a picture of the County Route 26 bridge. That's the one in Belfast. In case you have anybody that asks you any questions, of when's it going to be open and what are they doing? So it is, the beams are up. They're looking to install shear studs next week, rebar the following week, and then depending on the weather, they're hoping to pay or pour it the first week in last week in April, first week in May, and opening is still scheduled for mid-June-ish.
Anybody have any questions? Yep.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
so it's scheduled to be open in June, right?
Correct. That's
So
correct.
I attended a fire advisory board meeting last week, and that was one of the topics of conversation was that the bridge and the steel was already, had some of it been put on, and it seemed to be back on schedule, and they appeared to be happy about that. There seemed to be a rumor going around about part of the delay was because of a lot of steel was going up to Buffalo for the new stadium up there seemed to be more of a priority than bridges. Can you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would say that I know they were building steel, were producing and supplying some of the steel for the stadium. That is correct. Was it affecting our timeline? No. What it affected our timeline is one of the beams that they were manufacturing had defects to it. And when they went to fix it, they didn't fix it appropriately, so it got rejected. So what the delay was, we had to wait for them to build that other one. That's why we waited till February to get that beam complete so we could get it installed. So that was
Being a
major
Buffalo
delay.
Bills fans, I was hoping that wasn't any truth to that, but I wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Exactly. You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I have a couple other for capital updates. The North Main Street Andover Bridge. I know we talked a little bit about last month. I do have some things on the agenda, so gladly, we're actually finally getting some movement on that. But we're hoping to go to bid here in the next couple months, but I think that probably construction won't happen until next summer. It's going to be a precast concrete unit of some sort. It's either 3-sided or 4-sided, but all of the concrete plants are really delayed in their schedules. There's a lot of activity, a lot of work out there right now, so more than likely bid it, they'll order their materials and then start next summer, but we'll know more once the bids come in. And then, just as a reminder, I know we've had a lot of them we've talked about, you guys have approved a lot, but we currently have 6 pass-through projects that are either pass-through or Bridge New York projects that are bridges, and we have 3 culverts. So we got a lot of major projects going on. Next one, resolution accepting maintenance jurisdiction from New York State DOT. And this one I'm going to read, and then if there's any questions, we can have Allison chime in because she's a little more familiar with this one than I am. Department of Public Works requests a resolution accepting the maintenance jurisdiction from the New York State Department of Transportation for approximately 0.6 acres of a right-of-way that includes state highways in the town of Belfast along State Route 19 and State Route 305. New York State DOT has no interest in maintaining the right-of-way and has relinquished the property to the county so the county can sell the land to a prospective buyer. Department of Public Works also requests approval to sell the Snyder parcel located in the town of Belfast at the intersection of State Route 19 and 305 to Gene Snyder for $1,000, plus expenses upon receiving the official order from the transfer of maintenance jurisdiction from DOT. Department of Public Works also requests that the chairman of the board be authorized to execute all necessary property transfer documents subject to the review and approval of the county attorney.
Okay, could I get a motion for that, please?
Demick will move that.
Helio, second.
Discussion on this one.
This is just our standard policy, and here's our standard policy on reacquisition of right-of-ways.
I don't know if it's standard, and I haven't done it in my time frame. This is that little corner piece of 19 and 305 right there in Belfast. I guess it had been in the process a long time ago, and it just never got finalized.
Yes, so the Board of Legislators originally, this committee heard it back in 2017, and this committee did approve the sale of the property for this amount of $1,000, as well as accepting the maintenance jurisdiction from the New York State DOT. However, at that time, the property was not transferred. It did get held up. Then COVID happened, and now the individual who wants to purchase the property is ready to go forward with it for the same, for paying for the same amount. The attorney who is representing the prospective purchaser has done all the necessary paperwork and met the conditions for with the New York State Department of Transportation. Now we just need to get the maintenance jurisdiction approved. We just need to do this resolution, send it to the state, and then upon them providing us with the order, then we can, if the board chooses to still sell this property, which the New York State Department of Transportation states that they have no use for, then we can go ahead and sell this property.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one is a resolution agreement with the Railroad for North Main Street Bridge Project, Village of Andover. Public Works requests a resolution approving the chairman of the board's signature on an agreement for entry upon lands owned by railroad and for changes of facilities as part of the North Main Street over East Valley Creek Bridge replacement, Village of Andover. Allegheny County will reimburse the railroad a sum not exceeding $62,000 for work performed, and this agreement is subject to the county attorney's approval.
So have a motion, please.
Second.
So here's a second.
Healy.
Thank you. Discussion on this?
Go ahead.
Just,
Yeah, Mr. Healy.
this is a long time coming.
It's a long time coming.
I see it, glad to see it moving ahead. Thank you.
What do you get for 62,000?
Permission to do our work. Unfortunately, the bridge is oriented such that the whole south abutment and half the bridge is in railroad right-of-way. So for us to do the work to replace the bridge, we have to get an agreement with them. The $62,000 is the agreement and flagging if we need it throughout the project. That's why it says up to $62,000. That's what our estimate has been. Anytime we're within 25 feet of the rail, we gotta have a flagger there. Anytime they have a train coming through, gotta have a flagger there. So that's what it's for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's currently a public safety issue all the way around, isn't that correct?
The only train that I know that's using those tracks is Alstrom's trains that go back
I mean, the
and forth.
bridge itself. And
The bridge is, yes, the bridge is down to one lane. It had a huge hole in it a couple years back that we patched.
So for fire,
That's correct. It's one lane, so it's necessary to replace the bridge for sure.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one, permission to award local bridge 1603, the County Route 31 bridge to LC Whitford. Public Works requests a resolution to award and authorize the chairman of the board to sign a contract with LC Whitford for the County Route 31 bridge rehabilitation project over Van Campen Creek at the bid price of $1,777,239.30, and this agreement is subject to review by the county attorney.
Healy will move it.
Thank you.
Karen, second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one. I gotta mark these off so I don't forget. Is permission to award fairgrounds paving to Dalrymple. The MOE is here and the bid tab is attached to it. I forgot to mention that on the last one, but Public Works requests approval to award the paving of the county fairgrounds to Dalrymple Gravel and Contracting for the bid price of $270,435. The price is effective from May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026, and it would be covered by the fair grant that we're receiving.
Can I get a motion, please?
Kern moves.
You second? Discussion on this? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Pardon?
I abstain.
Okay, thank you. That is approved.
Okay. All right, the rest of these are, a lot of these are material bids that we went through and bid. Public Works request to award to Dolomite Products Company asphalt concrete specified in place for 2025 for the bid price of $2,106,642.50. And that would be for County Route 9 and County Route 10, and the bid tab is with it.
Demick will move that.
Thank you. I get a second. Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you. Next one is permission for cold in place recycling. Public Works requests approval to award the cold in place paving recycling to Suitcoat for the bid price of $2,701,059.88. The price is effective May 1st, 2025 through April 30th of 2026, and that would be funded out of CHIPS.
So can I get a motion?
Healy will move it.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Can I get a second?
Kern second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
I abstain.
Oh, Fred abstains.
Okay, thank you. The
Okay.
next one is chip seal. Public Works request approval to award the chip seal to Suitcoat for the bid price of $532,146.61. Price is effective May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026. That's budgeted in our D5110 account, and the bid tab is attached.
So we get a motion.
Second.
Thank you. Get a second?
Healy.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
I abstain.
Fred abstains.
Next one, permission to award pavement markings to Zebra. Public Works requests approval to award the pavement markings to Zebra Paint Striping for the bid price of $340,000. The price is effective May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026, and the bid tab is attached.
Demick will move that.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one is to award vegetation control. Public Works requests approval to award the county's vegetation control to Allen Chase Enterprises for the bid amount of $21,292.36. The price is effective May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026. It's in the D5510 budget, and as you'll note on the bid tab, it is not the lowest bid, but is the most responsible bidder. In our opinion, they do a better job. They actually do what we've asked them to do, and the low bidder has not in the past. We have not been happy with them for a few years, and we recommend Allen Chase.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a motion? Thank you.
Demick will second that.
Thank you. Discussion?
There's a lot more to this than there used to be, right? I mean, and that's part of the reasons we don't do it in-house.
Have to be certified. Yeah, we don't have anybody certified to do it. We bid it out. They do a lot of the roadside guide rail signage. They also do fencing in our properties, and they do a great job.
Yeah, they have to be licensed
That's
and
right.
everything, right? I mean, I'm
That's
sure
right.
the listening public isn't aware of how complex this is, especially for government anymore.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next one is permission to award the various 2025 material bids. Public Works requests approval to award the 2025 various road building materials. Price is effective May 1st, 2025 through April 30th of 2026. That was the attachments in your packet. And fiscal impact is we'll buy what we need for the summer, so.
Can I get a motion?
Second.
Pardon? Okay. Thank you.
Any orders?
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
I abstain.
Fred abstains.
All right, thank you. Next one is, all four are establishing the capital bridge projects for this year. As you're aware, we budgeted for these in the 2025 budget, and I will not read all of it, but I'll at least read the beginning of each one. The Allegheny County Department of Public Works requests a 2025 capital project be established for the Bishopville Extension Town Bridge, local bridge 0430 in the town of Elmond. This is part of the town-county bridge program and it has a split cost ratio of 15% town, 85% county. The funding has already been approved in the 2025 budget under H 5120, and we are requesting funds to be allocated to this project. And the breakdown is on the MOE.
Demick will move that.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Bill?
I'll second it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one, Allegheny County Department of Public Works requests a 2025 capital project be established for the Bull Street Town Bridge, local bridge 1514 in the town of Cuba. Again, this is part of the town-county bridge program, has a split cost of 15% town, 85% county. The funding has already been approved in the 2025 budget under H 5120, and we are requesting funds to be allocated to this project as outlined on the MOE.
Healy will move it.
Stockton, second.
Thank you. Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next one, Allegheny County Department of Public Works requests a 2025 capital project be established for the town of Wellsville, County Bridge, local bridge 2601 on County Route 30. The funding has already been approved in the 2025 budget under H 5120, and we are requesting funds to be allocated to this project as outlined on the MOE.
So, can I get a motion?
Kearns moves.
Thank you.
Demick will second that.
Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. Thank you.
Thank you much. And the last one on the capital funds is Allegheny County Department of Public Works requests a 2025 capital project be established for the town of Elmond, County Bridge, actually County Road culvert, local culvert 0260 and County Route 2. The funding has already been approved in the 2025 budget under H 5120, and we are requesting funds to be allocated to this project as outlined in the MOE.
Kern moves.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Stockton.
Thank you. Discussion.
Mr. Fanton?
Yes.
Can I ask a question, please? Do you have a rotating schedule on to determine what bridges to do when? Is it every 5 years or 10 years, or is it just strictly based on condition?
It's based on condition, to be honest with you, Jan. We have the capital plan. We've got a spreadsheet, me and Rob have a spreadsheet that shows all of the condition ratings. We update that as we've replaced bridges or we get new ratings from the state. So we have the top 10, we'll call, that are on our list for future ones, and we always look at those that the towns have requested as well to make sure we've included all of them. So, you're welcome.
What is the normal life expectancy, would you say?
That's a loaded question.
Ballpark.
It would depend on, typically we'd like to shoot to 50 to 75. So 75 years is a standard lifespan for the pass-through project Bridge New York's. That's what they're shooting for, is 75 years. I can tell you some of the materials we've used in the past, if we could get 30 to 40 years out of it, that's been really good. I think we will get at least that, or not more, with the concrete beams we have been getting from Whitford. And I believe that the galvanized steel that we are ordering for 2 of our structures this year, we will get that same lifespan out of. In the past, when it was steel structures, they were not galvanized. They were, we paint them, but salts that we use will deteriorate them pretty quick.
Well, there was a mad rush from the flood of 72, too.
Absolutely.
So I don't think probably all the material used back then was good just because the demand was so high. But I think our bridges and the work we're doing today is a lot better, higher quality. So let's hope for at least 75 years. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you. Going on to a budget transfer for engineering. We are asking committee concurrence and authorization for the budget transfer as outlined in the memorandum. The budget transfer is to cover the overage in buying a GPS unit for our surveyors.
Can I get a motion?
Demick will move that.
Thank you. You get a second?
Helio, second.
Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. Last one under highway is Public Works request a resolution authorizing the chairman of the board to sign an agreement with LaBella Associates for the acquisition costs of the Gaylord property. This acquisition is part of the North Main Street over East Valley Creek Bridge replacement project in the village of Andover, with an estimated cost of $91,111.90. The term of this agreement is from the date of execution of this agreement by the parties until completion of the project is outlined in the agreement. This agreement is subject to the county attorney's review, and it is part of the capital project that we have funded through federal and state funds.
Can I get a motion?
Stocking.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Demick will second it.
Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. That's all I have on highways. Is there any questions on highway projects or other? Okay, next is for solid waste. Public Works requests permission to hold Household Hazardous Waste Day on September 6th of 2025. Our portion of it is budgeted in the 2025 budget, and I can tell you last year we spent about 14,000 and change, about 13,982, and we always ask for half of it back from DEC, and we've been getting that back. So standard thing. I think it's a great thing. It gets a lot of hazardous waste out of people's houses.
Yeah, it's a very good program, so can I get a motion on this?
Helio, move it.
Thank you. How about a second? Thank you. All, discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. The next one is just an FYI. It's in your packet. It's a little article that Tim put together that outlines in 2024 what county constituents did for recycling and all of that. It's just a good little article. It's going to go in as many publications as we can get it. But I just want to give you a heads up before you sell it out there if people had questions. The other one is just a large items thing to just make sure you're aware of. We are now being charged by Casella per mattress, and we get a lot of mattresses. And we actually we have a whole lot of mattresses that are coming out of the jail here in the near future, and we're ended up taking them to Buffalo to get them recycled, so we don't have to pay the fee. I believe it's like $15 a piece, and we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna pay for that, because that's really gonna put a damper on our budget this year. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Right now, it's just mattresses. Next thing might be sofas, might be couches, might be who knows what, but just wanted to give you a heads up. Any questions on that?
Yeah,
Healy?
well, we'll be looking, I'm sure you got some ideas for us.
We do.
Yeah,
So,
so we'll be looking forward to that. Yes, garbage is going to continue to be one of the, garbage and water are going to be two of the biggest issues going forward. Thank you.
All right, Buildings and Grounds, resolution for Otis Elevator. Department of Public Works requests a resolution authorizing the county to enter into an agreement with the Otis Elevator Company for fire service and smoke head testing on the new fire system on the elevators in the Allegheny County Government Complex. The county shall pay Otis Elevator Company $3,000 for the services performed. The term of the agreement shall commence upon signature of the parties and remain in effect until completion of the project. The Department of Public Works also requests that the county administrator's signature on this agreement be ratified. And it's in the budget.
Okay, can I get a motion for that?
Curran moves.
Thank you.
Chemical second that.
Thank you. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved.
Thank you very much. The last one under Buildings and Grounds is amendment to a resolution. Public Works requests a resolution to amend Resolution Number 13925, creation of one full-time position of janitor within the Department of Public Works. Changes requested. Per the create and fill form, this resolution should have also included the abolishment of one position of cleaner within the Department of Public Works.
Okay, can I get a motion?
Healy.
Thank you. How about a second?
Stocking.
Thank you. Discussion on this? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. Thank you.
Very good. Next item I have is unfinished business. I just wanted to give you a couple of FYI's updates. First one, conflict defender. It's moving along well. The interior drywall is complete. Painting is going to be completed here in the next week or so. I saw some scaffolding down there this morning, so I do know that they are, as soon as the weather gets good enough, they're going to be scraping and painting the outside, so I think that'll be a tremendous improvement down there. And they have been framing up. They've got the foundation poured for the ramp. I don't know if they've actually got the ramp poured yet or not, but they're moving along. So we did meet the deadline for reimbursement, so that was a good thing. The certain dollar amount for ILS, so that's good. So they're still looking at June-ish to be ready, but we're moving along.
Thank you.
That was mostly state funded, correct?
There was a good portion of it, yes. ILS, I believe it was. We still had a lot. The next one is the new shop, just to give you an idea or an update on that. Final design is moving along really well. Soil borings have been completed on our site, and they still have to do some soil borings for the tank site, but they're working on those. Hunt's timeline is to present the final design and cost estimate during our committee meeting in June, which is June 4th, so we got a couple months till then. But I just want to give you a heads up, make sure you're aware of it. They are planning to be ready to bid by June 11th. So at that meeting in June 4th, we're going to present the final design, we're going to present you the cost estimate and the full breakdown, and then ask for permission to bid. So just didn't want to throw it on you on June, just figured give you some chance to ask some questions. But along with that, I do have drawings that are on my table in the break room. They're big drawings, so I need it so I can read it. But if you have any questions, you want to come take a look, please come look. And I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have any when you look at it. So is there any questions on that, on the new shop, or?
I'd like to encourage anyone to go down and take a look at the plans. They're comprehensive, I would say. They covers every detail, but it at least gives you a good layout of what we're looking at for a facility, so. Okay. Clerk of the board, please.
The chairman of the board plans to reappoint the following members to the Solid Waste Advisory Committee for 1 year, effective January 1st, 2025, and expiring December 31st, 2025. Chairman of the board, W. Brooke Harris. County Administrator, Carissa Knapp. County Attorney, Allison B. Carroll. County Treasurer, Terry Ross. County Superintendent of Public Works, Thomas Windus. Public Health Director, Tyler Shaw. And Public Works Committee Representative, Dwight Fanton.
Okay, can I get a motion on that?
Chemical move that. Curran second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved. Anyone have new business?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I would like to see if we have an update on the resolution for the bridge dedication from our county attorney.
Yes, I am in the process of finalizing that resolution. It will not be a part of next week's board packet of resolutions, but it will be ready for the second meeting this month in April.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else on the good of the order? Need a motion for an adjournment, please.
Stocking.
Thank you.
Demical second it.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.